Welcome to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're taking a look at Republic on the Nintendo Switch. Now this one, it's a stealth-based adventure that's been long awaited, but is it worth your time? Well, that is what we're here to find out today, so hit subscribe, join us here on SwitchCorner for reviews and deals near daily, and let's get started. Opening the game, we receive a call from a woman named Hope. She's trapped inside a secret totalitarian state, Metamorphosis, and she's reached out to you for aid in her escape. Hope, she seems to be some sort of citizen that's being experimented on. It was originally released in an episodic fashion, 5 episodes in total though, and here we get the complete collection. Think here though, power-hungry leaders, propaganda, mysterious experiments, and then of course a sizable cast of characters, one key character being Cooper. That's your inside man that will consistently feed you valuable information and location guidance. I don't want to say too much on the story, this is a game where narrative is at the forefront of the experience, but its mystery kept me locked in throughout, and I can see now why it was so well received on other platforms. Gameplay then is a unique combination of almost controlling two characters, one that can be seen, one that cannot. One is Hope on screen, and the other Omni, the individual behind the security cameras, who we often used for the more technical aspect of the gameplay. Hope controls, like many in the genre, free movement, crouch, sprint, interact. There is a weapon of sorts. These weapons though, more for scenarios where guards catch you. They're basically one-time use to give you another chance, so to speak. No weapon, you'll be escorted to the nearest cell to escape again. Omni then is our mysterious tech lead, observing from cameras. You can jump between them freely, but given the design, they are locked in place with movement dependent on the location. It's almost like an old school of Resident Evil with just a dash of freedom. One touch I really liked, tap the minus button and it returns to a camera again with Hope present. Not something I used a huge amount honestly in the first episode, but as you do progress, the challenge it dials up, and I often scouted ahead, jumping security camera to camera, so it was nice to have a quick reset. Alongside this then, we can switch into Omni mode. The camera goes to almost this negative visual style and it freezes the game. Here we can identify objects, interact with computers, and even hack things like doors that'll give you access to that next location. Throughout the game though, you'll no doubt find many locations inaccessible. These will require a higher Omni level. Expect a large chunk of the gameplay to be locations where you can upgrade and then add new abilities. These upgrades, think things like seeing through walls, and my favourite, seeing a guard's patrol route as you kind of stand still. This though comes at a cost, and you may be wondering, how do I get this cash to buy these things? Well, it goes like this: anything that you scan, the data can be sold, so do not rush through the game, investigate. As Omni as well, here you'll have the ability to access your inventory and the world map, which will be absolutely essential. The combination of two working together though under a single player's control is intriguing. It does a great job of highlighting their individual skills so that they both always feel absolutely necessary. I played this then on the normal difficulty mode, but it adds a dash of variety with a creative set of difficulty options. This will actually change Hope's outfit as well, so you can tell what someone is playing. Alongside normal though, we get easy mode. This adds an unlimited taser. Speedrun then adds a timer while the movement is dialed up. And then finally survival, the hardest of them all. This lowers your ammo count. It also then disables autosave. To save, you must collect tapes around this world. On that note, actually, collectibles, and we get here books and game cartridges and a number of items even that simply build upon the world around you and kind of its ways. These are a nice touch though for those that want another challenge and to explore everything, but I really like the game cartridges instantly when I picked up the first few and I found that I had Shovel Knight and Firewatch on floppy disk. I just kind of found some charm in that and appreciate the quality game taste. Overall though, look, it's a game with its focus set squarely on stealth, so do not come here for action. There's a few problems too. The controls, they work mostly fine and they were redesigned for console, but I did find when taking cover we would stick maybe a little bit too much. I found it difficult to get Hope away. Likewise, the camera at times, if you move, it will auto change, and sometimes it can put you at an awkward angle where, let's say, Hope is slightly off screen, or we lose a direct line of sight on the guard we were purposely watching. On that note, guard patterns suspiciously simplistic to the point of unrealistic, like they want her to get away. They follow very basic paths, and unless you are like directly in front of them, they will not see you. You can even pickpocket these guards, and occasionally I would clearly walk right next to them but received no response. I even got spotted a couple of times. I ran around a corner and they gave up, saying they'd lost me when I was maybe a few steps away. I also had some issues in episode 1 where the load times, they were on the longer side, and a few moments the game would almost freeze for a few seconds when we were accessing different menus or files or guard data. Not a big deal, as it was always when we had the game frozen with Omni, but it seems to clear itself up from episode 1 onwards. It's just a little bit strange, but I'm sure it's something that can be patched. I do wish then they added just a little bit more risk. Initially I was nervous of the guards catching me, but it doesn't really result in any issues on a normal difficulty. You're just basically relocated to another cell and you can escape this within a few seconds. For me here, they needed to at least make that escape maybe a tiny bit more complicated with each loss. Overall though, look, problems and all, I really enjoyed it. I've always been a big fan of stealth games, but unlike the Metal Gear Solids and the Splinter Cells of the world, this removes combat near entirely, demanding that you are patient while assisting Hope. It's not going to be for everyone for that reason, but if you like the idea of an intriguing narrative and methodical style of gameplay, this may well be worth a look. I love the visual style of this one, and for a game on iOS and Android originally, for those that don't know, I think it's so stylistic and so clean. That resolution seems to hold mostly throughout, and then the idea of being in security cameras, it adds this fluctuation in the image quality, but it absolutely works. Exploring this world as well, you'll see this incredible hidden world, and while yes, you start in a cell, a relatively generic location, you can expect from here communal areas, libraries, offices, underground sections, and it just keeps the variety coming. I particularly liked a newspaper agency, and it seems their sole purpose to pump out propaganda. This is all of them backed up with some solid animations. Now sure, like NPCs, they're on a set path, not a huge amount of variety to them, but Hope gets this nice balance that had me feeling like she's doing what she has to, but you can visibly see she is nervous. The only issue I can really add, the facial animations, basic, unrealistic, and nothing says creepy like a character that does not blink. Audio is finally really well done, and the voice acting is a high point. This packs in a cast that has credits including Fire Emblem and Mass Effect, and they definitely add the quality delivery this story needed and deserved. The sound effects of each location then fills the audio field. This can sometimes be more natural effects and guards talking, but often they rely on a futuristic kind of low hum, which feels in keeping with the style. The music finally, it's a combination of classical and almost light electronic, channeling something between ambient and dramatic. Good stuff on the audio, no complaints from me. So the final verdict, and first off, it's worth knowing this, it's the anniversary edition of the game. It bundles all 5 episodes together and then packs in the redesigned for console control scheme and a developer commentary for those that want to dive even deeper. Overall though, it's around a 10-hour runtime if you don't go for all collectibles, and I definitely enjoyed it. Sure, it has issues on the gameplay front, simplistic guard patrols, some weird camera moments at times, and for me personally some loading issues in episode 1, but there was never any crashes or anything too bad. It was just kind of a little bit of a long wait to move on to that next section. Overall though, it was absolutely worth it, and I think if you like your stealth or a narrative focus, this is absolutely worth a look. Once you get into its world, honestly, the idea of saving Hope, it will absolutely hook you. A good 7 out of 10 from me today, and I'm excited now to see what's next from this studio. Will you be adding this one to the library, or are you holding onto that cash? A shout out then to the patrons of the channel who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.